But I'll talk about Elliot Kazan. He gave them names. And Lee J. Cobb, he gave them names. And Jerome Robbins. Jerry Robbins, he gave them names. They called him in front of the committee in 1953. He had to go home twice to change his underwear before he got to the hearings. He was so terrified. But once he got there, he kissed the feet of the committee. He said he had been at a Communist Party meeting in 1947 with Jerome Chodorow and Lionel Berman and Madeline Lee, who was married to Jack Guilford. Dear, sweet Madeline Lee, the Red Menace, a little radio actress who made baby noises for a living. He gave them the names, my friends. And the thing about Robbins was he was never committed to communism or social action. He had never read Marx or Lenin. He couldn't understand dialectical materialism, much less have a conversation about it. He was a self-centered son of a bitch. Brilliant, but self-centered. He got out of the army in 1943 by telling the world he was a homosexual. And 10 years later, he gave the committee names so that the world wouldn't find out he was a homosexual. I guess morality is a matter of timing. He only went to communist meetings to make connections, to further his career. Hell, he would have joined the Girl Scouts if they let him choreograph a number. He was weak, and he was terrified. And they go after the weak ones, you know. And he gave them our names to save himself because he thought we could survive. That time in America cannot be forgotten because it was the most insidious and subtlest of all extermination. They said they were trying to eradicate communist. Communist equaled liberal. And liberal equaled Jew. And if you were a Jewish writer or a director, you had influence. Your thoughts got out to the general public. They weren't going after the little tailors. They weren't going after the kosher butchers because their thoughts never reached past their front counters. They wanted the artists. That committee of lily-white Protestants marched us in front of their firing squad of shame and of fear. And they pulled the trigger on our lives and on our work. It was an intellectual final solution.